Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. This is another divine masculine and divine feminine reading. High vibrational relationship connection union reading. If you want to use the term twin flame, then if you resonate with twin flame reading. But I kind of like to think of these readings as, divine masculine, divine feminine. Not everyone resonates with twin flame. And I'm using my Osho Zen deck today. And for inspiration or more clarity, I have Healing with the Fairies Oracle cards. Okay, I might grab other decks if I'm led to do so, because I feel like this Osho Zen deck is very spiritual. Okay, so I'm going to put this deck to the side and we'll start. So with my divine feminine, divine masculine, feminine on the left, masculine on the right, and what is unfolding between the divine feminine and masculine. We're going to have a look and see how they speak to each other, what they think of each other, what is going on in their life if you're in separation, how you feel about each other in this current point in time, actions you are willing to take towards each other, and then what is unfolding between the two of you in the way of energetic connection. This is for people who are in separation. Maybe if you're already an established bond, to see where this, if you've connected to each other, where this connection is developing into. So just place the information where it fits. Sometimes it's vice versa, whatever. Okay, so that one flipped over. So we have the Fool. Some of us are starting fresh, starting over, taking a leap of faith. We've been on a journey where we've seen many, many, many challenges. We've been on a very long road, and we've done all the possible reflection, going inwards, spirituality, meditation. We've done it all. We've acted out. We've withdrawn. We've go through all the emotions. Okay, and we have integrated all the lessons and all the information that we needed to learn in the last cycle. And as you know, we're coming out of a solar eclipse. Well, we had the solar eclipse. When was it? I can't even remember. I just know it was a doozy in Cancer. Okay, and the planets are starting to go forward one by one. We had Mercury going direct. We'll soon have Jupiter going direct on the 11th of August. We'll have Saturn going direct in September. It will be a while before Pluto goes direct, but everything is coming out of that reversed mode, a reflection and reevaluation stage. And I feel like we are ready to take a leap of faith in our life, but also in our union with our soulmate, twin flame, divine masculine, divine feminine, whatever resonates with you. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith, having faith that everything will be okay. Like we've learned to trust. I feel like the cycle that we have been in before was teaching us to trust in yourself, to trust in decisions that you make that is best for you. Even if you make a decision with the best intentions and it doesn't work out, it is to have the faith that this is all just a learning process. It's just learning as we move forward. But now we have recovered from our PTSD. Okay, we've recovered from feeling paranoid and having to look out for people who's projecting on us or us projecting on other people, and we are ready to start our new journey. The Fool to me has a lot of Aryan and Uranian energy in there, and it represents springtime for me. When things are starting to develop, it's in the very beginning stages of a journey, the very beginning stages of growth. Okay. So, are you ready for your reading? For the divine feminine, divine masculine, divine feminine on the left, divine masculine on the right. So the divine feminine, what she gets for thinking is courage, where she's at. She's staying strong. She's staying the course. Okay, not ready to give up on anything. This is, for those very few who has been in very challenging relationships and connections. This is about staying the course no matter what. Feeling a bit confused, but staying strong, and exhaustion. I feel for the feminine in this connection that, having to stay strong and having to be courageous all the time does take its toll eventually. If you've been given a very difficult situation to endure in your union and you've stayed the course, you've done your spiritual develop, you're still on that spiritual path, you're still willing to take that leap of faith on this connection, even though you know that you don't have the answers, even though you know in your heart that you don't even know how to feel anymore because you have gone through everything. You've gone through grief, you've gone through elation, you've gone through hope, despair. You've seen it all, tasted it all on emotional level. And now it is like this kaleidoscope of all types of emotions that is affecting you. And I feel like it is your mental state affecting the heart. To say this has been such a long journey. I've been going at it, for 8 years? Because we have an 8. Courage is 8. And in another deck, this card is the Strength card. It's ruled by Leo. And it's ruled by the Sun. But courage is also about having heart in the situation. That no matter how difficult it is, like the feminine is still willing to take a leap of faith in spite of all the challenges. Feminine is exhausted. Look, we have exhaustion. What actions is she willing to take? I don't think she has it in her to take anything, to take any action, because it takes up all her energy just to stay in this one place, to hold the space. And not knowing, not having clarity on heart level, and feel like she's been through the battle, battling. And I feel like this is for someone who's in separation, maybe potentially because we don't have the masculine side yet. But I feel like this is the inner battle, like this mental state of not knowing, the mental state of confusion and having bits and pieces of information that at the end of the day doesn't really mean anything except for causing more confusion. On heart level, I don't know what to feel anymore because I felt it all. I feel kind of numb. I feel like this feminine she's numb. She's staying courageous. She's standing her ground. She has heart. She's willing to do whatever it takes because that flower is still there. Connecting to spirit, because I see how the light behind the flower is. I see how the green, the green is the heart chakra with the yellow around it, which is that mental activity, but it's all about taking heart, having positive encouragement in her mind to keep herself going, even though she's just totally exhausted by this whole process, to keep on keeping space. Keep on holding the space for her divine counterparts. So for the masculine, yeah, I can see this. Okay, what's coming in? Right. So, in the way of energetics, I feel like the masculine, we have a 5 there and it says comparison. So the masculine has an awareness of the divine feminine at this point in time. I feel like the masculine is Maybe if there's been separation and the masculine has been with someone else, or is in another relationship, and if, especially if there's been experiences that the divine masculine and the feminine has had with each other in this reality, I feel like the divine masculine is comparing his current situation, or he's comparing a situation with the experience that he had with the feminine, the divine feminine in the past. I feel like the divine masculine is comparing experiences that he has now with experiences that he has or had with the divine feminine. And he's taking his time. And I can see that the one experience is totally different to the other experience. He realizes that some experiences can be tedious, and they take a lot of patience. And then there are some experiences which are easy and much more um, results in a shorter time. And he's looking at this in the way of relationship. He's looking at how much time have I had with a certain person in a certain situation, and how much good did come from that situation. How much time did I spend with the other person, and how did I find the time there? Was it difficult? Was it easy? And he's cross-referencing between these two experiences that he's had. Or it could also be that someone has changed, that he's seeing something in a different way, because we have beyond illusion. So beyond illusion on a heart level is the divine masculine starting to wake up spiritually. His heart chakra is being um revitalized and called to life. The divine masculine is being called to life to tune into his emotions. How do I feel emotionally? How do I experience my emotions? How do I process my emotions? How do I make sense of my emotions? Do I listen to my emotions at all? So I feel like with the divine masculine, it is a case of getting to know himself, and experiences that he had, and to start to make the decisions and start to compare situations, and what he feels is more beneficial. And I feel like this is a transformation coming through for the masculine, like for the first time in his life, and maybe he's starting to listen to his heart instead of his mind. He might be dreaming of the divine feminine while he's sleeping. He might be having visions. I feel like his third chakra is being activated here. Even though he is not speaking up about his experiences that he might have in the spiritual realm, his angels might be jogging his memory, might be bringing up memories that he had, that he has with of the divine feminine, and now he's comparing what he used to experience to what he's experiencing now. With the divine masculine, once again, I'm sorry, I'm gonna ask the feminine here on this side just to have patience again, because we have patience here at the bottom. About the actions that the masculine is willing to take towards the feminine. And the masculine is in a time where he's processing a lot of emotional information, because I get a sense of Neptune around here. This would be because I see the moon. I don't know why did I see Neptune. This is actually 7. So 7 is chariots. A chariot is moving forward, and taking control of a situation. But I see this lady here with all the colors of the rainbow, and she's pregnant. She's waiting to give birth. But 7 is also a spiritual number. 7 is related to the chariot or forward movement. But I feel like this could be the 7 of Pentacles, which is a period of reevaluation once again. And that reevaluation, it ties in with this comparison, which is the 5. And it is the masculine taking his time to allow things to put into place so that it would make sense for him, so that he can make informed decisions concerning this union as to where he wants to go out. He's literally comparing the experiences that he had with the divine feminine and now where he is now. I feel experiences of the past to where he is now. He's comparing the two. But what is coming in here, because I see this beautiful rainbow colors, I see this lady pregnant, ready to give birth. Okay, she's and the moon and the cycles. So things are moving. The moon is moving. It's going through its cycles, even though it doesn't seem like there's a lot more happening. But we all know at some point, you know, that baby is going to come. At some point, there's going to be a rebirth. I feel like the masculine is standing on the edge. He's standing on the edge. He's because it's to see the direction of this fool coming from the masculine's end, coming from the right hand side, leaping into it towards the feminine. Okay, so that's a brand new fresh start. I feel like once the masculine comes out of this period of reflection, reevaluation, and comparison, he's going to be ready to take a leap of faith. And we have success. So riding that tiger, that's like the 6 of Wands. And then we have playfulness, which is the Page of Wands. So I feel like, and look at that, there's magic all around. Magic and joy and happiness and, you know, all the fun that your heart can carry is about to take place in this connection. There's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of, you know, like living in the moment and seizing the moment and just being really passionate. And I feel like this person riding the tiger, see how they throw their arms open wide. They're so ready to receive the blessings from above, knowing that, you know, everything that is coming, everything good that's coming has been something that's been earned. You fought for it. You waited for it. You've expended energy to spending time in this connection, keeping space, because that's all that the feminine could do in the last, 8 years, was to hold space, because there's nothing that you can. She's done everything that she could possibly do. She's done everything she could possibly do to try and, you know, maybe manipulate or you know, force the masculine somehow to acknowledge her, see her, speak to her. I don't feel like there's any communication at this point of time, because she's turned away from the masculine in this. You know, she's kind of like throwing her shoulder out, looking this way. She's, oh my God, I'm so done with this. But if you look at the masculine in the way he's inclining his head towards her, and I see how the divine masculine is coming up as a feminine, pregnant, very pregnant looking lady. And the feminine is coming up as a full-on Aryan at war in the way of masculine energy. So it's like there's been a switch around, you know, in the way of energies, but yet still balancing each other out. So I feel like the divine masculine and the divine feminine, in the way that the energy is sitting, is the feminine is scraping the bottom of the barrel, Well, she's waiting for the divine masculine to go into action and just to take a chance on the connection. And she's waiting. She's tired of pushing. She's tired of, any kind of sort of manipulation or having to shed any baggage. She's just taking courage at this point in time because she has don't know what to do from here on out. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the no thingness, which means that anything is possible. This is your divine creativity. This is your divine manifestation about what it is that you want. Does the divine feminine want to invest herself still in this connection while she is patiently holding space for her divine masculine? Does the divine masculine want to take a chance on his heart after reevaluation and go for passion, go for a passionate brand new beginning, because that's what the Fool is, a passionate brand new beginning, and trust, faith, hope that this would be a successful, passionate, playful, connected, I don't want to say magical because we want to stay grounded. But as we know, in these connections, in these high vibration connections, this is what is happening, is that we do have this element of magic. It's you taking the relationship status to the next level, which is adding a spiritual element to this connection. It's not just about experiencing each other mentally, emotionally, physically, but experiencing each other on a spiritual level as well. And that is what is making divine feminine and divine masculine so special. It's not like, oh, we are so connected, or you're still your own person. It doesn't have anything to do with melding with each other and losing your identity. It's about sharing on a deeper level and being balanced and creative and loving on a deeper level with a deeper understanding. So we have all the potential here coming in for this connection. Once again, we have creativity. We have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. She's the queen of all queens. This is the divine feminine in all her glory. And if I had to put this card here, she's totally looking towards the masculine. She's totally turned towards him. She has nothing to hide. I just want to focus on. She has nothing to hide. And a masculine has existence. This is about, once again, I feel like that unlimited potential. Just like this feminine sitting there looking up at the sky, knowing where you belong, where your place is in the universe, where your connection is to the universe. Realizing that this connection is something else, is something different, but yet this feminine is sitting there naked. She says, I'm ready to be who I am. I'm ready to manifest what I am, because that is how we draw our experiences towards us, is by manifesting our outer world, which is a direct correlation to what is inside of us. What is your inner world? And I feel like the masculine is connecting the dots of his inner world as to what he really desires, so that he can manifest this brand new beginning and taking a chance of love and passion and a deeper meaning of life, of relationships, experiencing it in a way that has never been experienced before. And I feel there's a lot of healing coming in for the feminine, because she's kind of been through the wars. The feminine has a lot of emotional, mental baggage that we need to kind of work through, because our emotional bodies are just we emotion, hormonal emotion, and sometimes all over the place. And she comes up as a wounded warrior, whereas the masculine comes up as this feminine who's almost got the zen on. So I feel like there's been a huge shift with the divine masculine. They've learned to go inward. They've learned to listen to the inner guidance and prompts, and even for what's coming down. And I feel like the divine masculine is shaping up to make the divine feminine a really nice offer in the way of a relationship, nice and stable but slow in coming. Okay, but this is a long-term offer that the divine masculine is realizing that he wants to make towards the feminine, and she's ready to listen. She's ready to listen. She's facing him. She's kind of like turning around. I feel like that is where we are at this point in time, is turning around to see, what is forthcoming. We're exhausted, but then we take the time to nourish ourselves, and we wash our hair, and we paint our nails, and we sleep for a couple days, and we have a couple PJ days, right, ladies? And then we're ready to go again. Then we are ready to invest ourselves again in this connection with the divine masculine. And sometimes we just take a time out because we are so aware spiritually. Not that the divine masculine isn't, because 9 out of 10 times it's the feminine that's awakened. But you do get the masculines in the connection that's awakened. And so they'll be taking on, this energy of holding space for the feminine who's asleep, or waking up. But I feel like the person holding the space, participation. So I feel like the divine feminine is ready to build a brand new future with her divine masculine. This is the Four of Wands. This is the card of getting together, creating a stable foundation. It's a card of celebration. It's a card of balance. This is also the 1111. The divine feminine is absolutely ready to receive this brand new beginning, but it's up to the masculine. I feel like the feminine has learned a lesson in not to take charge, to wait for the masculine to be the instigator, the initiator in this connection. She knows that when she's confused and she's feeling, the cards are just falling out of this one. So she knows when to take a break when she's not feeling clear. She knows when she's not clear in her mind and in her heart. And if she's physically exhausted, she knows to stand back, love herself, value herself, nourish herself, back to strength. And then when she feels in a positive, she's really, really, really stable, because we have the Four of Wands here. So I feel like with the divine feminine and the divine masculine, as the energy is sitting this week, or from the time when you view this reading, that this is how it is sitting, and this connection is filled with unlimited potential, even though sometimes you can't see it. Okay, so the cards of inspiration that fell out was breaking free. So I feel like we are breaking free for the feminine. She's breaking free from that energy where she's expending herself on futile exercises. In other words, she knows when she's exhausted just to not buy into any mental energy where she can tie herself in knots. I feel like she breaking free from negative thought patterns, or breaking old type of holding patterns or behavioral patterns. I feel like the feminine is breaking free from this, or if it's the masculine is breaking free from old holding patterns as well. I feel like this is holding patterns in being disconnected to the heart for the masculine, and it is. I just want to get my camera down. Sorry, folks. I like it. I like to see a focused picture. Okay, so here we are. Sorry. So we have the divine masculine who's breaking free from being disconnected to his heart, because the angels, his guides, they are waking him up to his feelings, processing his feelings, but they also are waking up the masculine through dreaming, visions, and stimulating his third eye. So he's breaking free from not having a vision. The next card that comes in is romantic partner. So I feel like there is a beautiful revitalizing, taking a chance on this brand new beginning. But we have a masculine there, but this could be just for the feminine, that there is a masculine uh, uh, person coming, but it could also be for the masculine, that there's a feminine person coming. And then we have parenting and children. So I feel like maybe there's some children involved here, because we have the Four of Wands. But I don't feel like it has to be something huge. It's certainly something that the divine masculine and feminine can work out for themselves. I feel like once the divine feminine and divine masculine connect with each other, that everything will be worked out, everything will be taken into consideration. I don't see any huge obstacles here. I see it's time, slowly, slowly, to come out of that hibernation stage and to move forward. So I hope you like this reading. And I absolutely enjoyed bringing this beautiful divine masculine, divine feminine reading for you. Thank you for watching. Please click like if you like. Please subscribe if you like my style, and share my videos. I'd like to get my numbers up. I'd like to get my views up. Below this video, there's a donation button. You can click on that if you donate to me and my channel. Thank you for valuing me, and thank you for valuing my time. I loved reading for you. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Take care. Light and love.